Hello! We are back for episode 13, and I am absolutely starving. So, we are going to be making some food. So, I've been out exploring a bit, and one thing I've done is I've gotten me a couple of cows. The other one should be out there somewhere. Ah, they've gotten loose, it seems. That's annoying. Well, they should stay around. So now I have a source of milk, and you can turn milk, a bucket of milk, into fresh milk, just like that. And with this, we have a couple of things we can do with the right ingredients, of course. And let's see. We also have some potatoes, and these we can fry up to baked potatoes. So I have expanded my farm outside a little bit, and we have some pumpkins and melons and things growing. So one thing we can do is pumpkin soup, and for that we need stock, and stock we can make out of bones, and we need heavy cream, which is a bucket of milk or fresh milk and a mixing bowl. And we have a mixing bowl here. So by turning a bucket of milk into fresh milk, you get 4 for every one, instead of just 1 heavy cream. And then we take that and we make some stock first. What did you need for stock again? Alright. Let's see. Pot. So we get a stack of those, as many as we can. And then we have heavy cream and stock and something else. The pot. And we get pumpkin soup, which is an unfulfilling light meal, which is a lot higher than what we've had previously. And as you can see, this has 1.5 drumsticks. And we have our baked potatoes, and these give 1. They're a nourishing snack. But with these, we can make potato salad, which is a nourishing light meal. We don't have any scallion. We don't have any mayonnaise. But we can make that. We need a juicer. And for that, we're going to need that. So if we remove these, and with a juicer, and an egg. I think I have an egg somewhere. There we go. There used to be a chicken in here. It would seem it escaped. So we get some mayonnaise. Then a cutting board. Didn't I make a cutting board? Apparently not. So, I'm going to need a piece of iron. So, I have also been, while I was getting those cows, I explored some caves on the way and found a bunch of iron. So I want to get this lava here. So this is probably the lava I heard when I walked over the top of this hill above our base. So going to mine my way there and get this source block to get rid of the noise and use it as fuel for our crucible furnace. There we go. Now that should go away. So let's put this down there. And now we have 2 buckets of lava. So we're going to grab the iron ore and put it in here. And then we turn you on. And as you can see, it took 400 millibuckets of lava. And it just started heating up. So when it's heated up, we can smelt down the iron. So we're going to expand this our smelting setup a little bit. So we're going to start with 10 of those. There. Let's put 8 in there with a piece of charcoal. And we'll get cactus green and we'll turn this into pipe sealant. And I have made some pipes here. And I assume most people are familiar with Railcraft pipes. So we are going to turn these into fluid pipes. So we need a wooden fluid pipe. And we're going to need 4 iron fluid pipes. And we're going to use the rest to make stone and cobblestone fluid pipes. And why will be evident shortly. I can probably throw that in there as well. Now we have enough for 4 more. there we go. Turns out to be just enough. So we're going to put a wooden fluid pipe here. Then we're going to put an iron fluid pipe above each of our destinations. And this odd looking thing is a new thing in Buildcraft 7, where pipes will reach into partial blocks instead of stopping at the block boundary. Then we want to put pipes like this. And because I'm using a stone pipe here, it does not connect to these two cobblestone pipes. Now we have this, which I didn't consider. I might want to shift this around a little bit. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to move these and move this. So I'm going to put the nugget caster here and then move this crate. And then we're going to put the crate there instead. Then do that. Then have the fluid pipe there instead. And then we need another stone pipe. Then we'll put a cobblestone pipe there. Now, to extract the fluid from the crucible furnace, we could put it to tell it to auto-eject fluids and items, and it would slowly eject the molten metal that will be in here into the this pipe, and it will flow down here. But it is incredibly slow, unfortunately. So we're going to want to make an engine, but I have disabled the redstone engine, as I've talked about before. So what we're going to want instead is a clockwork engine. So you're going to need a clock, a piston, and a copper gear. So we're going to have to wait for the iron to start smelting, but we can prepare a bit before. So we'll put a piece of redstone like that, and we have our piston ready. Then we're going to need a copper gear, and to make that we're going to need some sticks like this to get a wooden gear. Then I want to upgrade that to a stone gear. Then we want 4 copper ingots, and we want to get a copper gear, which doesn't match because the forestry textures are still based on the old Buildcraft ones. We already have a clock, but we're going to make a new one because I still want to have a clock on us, or on me. So we have 2 clocks. Then we need 3 glass, which we can make. And oh no, we need just 1 glass and 3 planks, which we have. So I'll be right back when the iron has started smelting. While we're waiting, we can have a look at my garden. And we have some carrots here grown up. So I've found carrots, I found wheat, I have cactus fruit growing. These two are pumpkins. We have some kiwi, pineapple, another pumpkin, and a melon, potatoes, and grapes. And it is getting dark. Let's harvest some reeds and then get inside. Let's see, where's the other cow? They were tied to these poles. I'm not sure how they got away. I'll probably have to do something about the cows. I will probably make a proper pen for them in between this episode and the next one. So again, I'll be back once the iron has started smelting. Dare. This did not go well. Stupid zombies and their reinforcements. Alright, let's go around. Go in the back. I'm gonna have to see if I can close the door and keep the zombies outside. I hate them. Let's get the shovel. And let's see if I can't. Okay. Let's get rid of these. No? Huh. That's weird. Oh well. we are getting to temperature, and we still have fuel left. We have some coal coke ready if it's needed. Don't know why I can't click these. So I realized I had a full stack of iron ore in here, of 16. So I put that in here as well. So from this, here we have 28 iron ore. So from that we will get what is it, 28? That's 40 plus 16. So 56 iron ingots. That should allow us to do a bunch of things. Stupid skeleton corpses, you go in the corner. And with that we should be able to do quite a bunch of stuff. So we're going to want a Railcraft wrench. Will be one of the things we need. For that, oh wait, that's what I want. We need a stone gear, and then 3 iron ingots. So again, I will be back once the iron ore has started smelting. So we're back, and the iron has started smelting. I also ended up putting a tank at the end here, because I realized that we might not want to smelt or solidify the iron right away to because we might want to have it in other forms such as nuggets or blocks in the future, and if we don't solidify it, we don't have to spend energy smelting it again, which is inconvenient with iron having such a high melting point. So we have 4 iron ingots, or so I thought. So we can start by making a wrench. Like so. And now with this, we can turn our iron pipes to make sure the iron ends up in the tank. We then need this to finalize our piston. Then we put the piston like that, the clock and the copper gear like that. Then we need a piece of wood and put them across the top like that. And we have our clockwork engine. Now we can just charge this up like so, and it will start extracting our molten iron, and it will go into this tank. And then we can take the molten iron when we need it from this tank and pour it into the correct caster for what we need. I'm also going to smelt the tin ore that I have, as well as the copper, bauxite, and lead ore. And I'm going to send those to the correct caster right away, because I don't need to store them as fluid. I might as well store them as ingots, because they have a relatively low melting point. And at a later time, we can put an electric engine here. So we just have to flick a switch to pull the fluids out. Now we're getting close to the episode end point. So going to part ways here, and in between this and the next episode, I am going to finish this pen, see if I can't find the other cow, who seems to have disappeared, unfortunately. And I'm going to smelt the rest of all this ore. So I will have to rotate that. So now the molten tin is going into the caster. Excellent. So I will see you next time.